We are about to enter what might be the toughest economic times we have witnessed since the 2008 recession. Due to the Federal Reserve printing so much money here in the United States, we are expecting a pretty significant recession sometime in 2023, and some might even say we've already entered into this recession. So in today's video, we're going to talk about how to start supplementing your income with 8 different side hustles that can help you complement the money you are making from your 9 to 5. So with that being said, welcome back to TQM, or the quintessential millennial channel, where we talk about all things millennials with a big emphasis on finance. If you are new around here, of course, as always, it would mean the world to me if you'd consider smashing the like button down below and subscribing to the channel. Let's go ahead and dive in. For the first side hustle, we're going to talk about podcasting. I know this might be one that you might have not personally heard of, but right now, according to Riverside, people are making somewhere around $300 to $5,000 per episode that are getting about 10,000 downloads. And you might think, you know, Ahmed, I'm not really a public figure. I'm not somebody who has any type of awareness when it comes to the podcasting space. But all you really need is access to, number one, a phone or some type of microphone. And in addition to that, just the ability to speak and communicate. It could be about topics that you are very passionate about, or it could be something simple like news or controversial. Those are the kind of things that people like to listen to. And trust me, though you might think your opinion is not very valuable, you'd be surprised what the internet will think. So with that being said, consider podcasting as a potential side hustle that you could do on the evenings, even once a week on the weekends, to maybe start adding some more income into your pocket. Let's go on to number 2, my personal favorite, YouTube. You guys are aware, I have been on YouTube since the beginning of 2021. And with that being said, I have found a lot of success on the platform, going from a pharmacist making $120,000 a year with a pretty reasonable salary. I had the opportunity to not only leave my 9 to 5 as a pharmacist, but now to become a full-time YouTuber on my main channel, Your Pop. And that's why I decided, in addition to that, there are more opportunities out there by creating more channels. Things like YouTube automation, if you're not comfortable in front of the camera or the microphone. You could see here, on average, some YouTubers are making, or most YouTubers are making at least $1,154 a week, or $4,616 a month. Mind you, this is still under the umbrella of a side hustle, meaning you can continue to work your 9 to 5 as we enter into tougher economic times. But in addition, now you can start bringing in values like $4,600, where maybe at that point, eggs won't be such a big problem as we are seeing right now. So there's number 2, YouTube. And now we'll go on to number 3, a little bit interesting here, and that is coaching. So online lifestyle coaching has been something that has grown ever since the pandemic. Due to the rise of depression rates, obesity, as people were stuck at home for so many months during the peak of the pandemic in 2020, we saw the true value of online coaching. I, for one, during the midst of the pandemic, I was actually working as a lifestyle coach in the pharmacy. So with that being said, I would work with patients that had diabetes, high blood pressure, and mainly amongst that umbrella, they did have a diagnosis of obesity. And with that being said, you'd think, well, to be a lifestyle or health coach, you need to have some type of background in medications, nutrition, that kind of thing. But to be 100% transparent with you guys, I used basically none of my pharmacy knowledge to assist these patients. All they really needed was an accountability partner. They needed somebody that would hear them out when they would come home frustrated from work, or their children weren't listening to them at home. Those little things sometimes create really bad habits, like overeating and indulging in things that they shouldn't, like alcohol or sugar. So with that being said, if you're somebody that has, again, effective communication skills, and you'll see that the common umbrella here is communication skills. So in the end of the video, I'm going to give you guys a nice little bonus on ways to actually improve your communication skills for the day-to-day or average person. So again, you could see some of the people who are lifestyle coaches are making anywhere between $47,000 and $62,000 globally and in North America, meaning that this is a side hustle that could be done worldwide. And not only is it a side hustle, but it's something that could actually not only change the quality of life or quality of just health for another person, but in addition, you are going to be doing a lot of good in the world. So that was number 3, coaching, and now I'll move on to number 4. But before I do so, for those who are interested, there is a website called BetterUp, not an affiliate of the channel, but I will leave a link in the description below for you guys to visit if you're interested in signing up as a coach. Again, no need for a college degree, no need for any prior experience, but the fact is this is available and something that you can maybe give a little introduction and try to. Now move on to number 4, and that is a VA. I've made a video already about virtual assistants or VAs, and honestly, I think the opportunity as a virtual assistant is quite significant. And I say that because there are so many people that are working online, especially entrepreneurs like myself, who utilize these services and leverage things like virtual assistants or virtual planners. And these are people who are just very organized and are able to keep up with your day-to-day, even though you might not be. For me, I love using VAs or virtual assistants for things like setting up all my meetings, checking my emails on a day-to-day, making sure to kind of just get through all the noise that I don't have time to do myself, and they will take care of it for me. So I found that virtual assistants are very effective, they're very efficient, and they're able to communicate really well with me when it's time to do so. So with that being said, if you feel like those are things that resonate with you, then I would consider virtual assisting as a side hustle to supplement your income in 2023. So that was number 4, and now move on to number 5. And that is creating a storefront or an Etsy store specifically. Previously, or historically speaking, over the last few years, the big things that we hear about are Amazon, eBay, Shopify. But right now, Etsy is starting to make way, especially with the concept of print on demand, where you really don't have to have much of an inventory. And now I do understand that these can all be utilized on all the different storefronts that I just mentioned, but understand that with Etsy, the fact that it's so user-friendly, easy to use, no startup cost, and really the only time you have to spend any money is when you're initially getting your inventory. But with that being said, with print on demand, you can completely get rid of any upfront cost. If you want to advertise, which I personally would recommend, and I will be making a video in the future as I have personally started an Etsy store myself, but we'll talk about those details another time. But understand that right now, on average, on the Etsy platform, people are making anywhere between $43,000 to $46,000 a year. Mind you, again, supplementing their 9 to 5. So say you're making $45,000 to $50,000 as an engineer or as any entry position out there. Now imagine you're doubling your income by having a storefront that is working for you while you're asleep or while you're not actively doing too much. So if you have any interest in entrepreneurship, creating a store and selling products, again, this could be the platform for you. Or say you have maybe a skill set that others don't. You're a designer, you have the ability to draw things, or just again, have at least some creative concepts in your mind. This might be a place for you to apply them and also reap benefits and get paid. So that's Etsy. And now we'll go on to an interesting one in my opinion, and that is all the above when you look at influential or social media platforms. So we're going to talk about Facebook Reels, we're going to talk about Instagram and TikTok. Just so you guys are aware, when it comes to TikTok and YouTube Shorts, specifically those two platforms, the RPM or CPM, meaning how much money you're getting paid for every 1,000 views, is in the pennies. So I'll be honest, on my channel, on YourPop, I'll show you guys a little screenshot right here, but I get about 6 cents for every 1,000 views on my YouTube Shorts. So there's not much incentive to just post on YouTube, but the best part is you can create on one platform and distribute that information and content across all platforms that support vertical content in the short form: TikTok, Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. So now you multiply that by 4, and now we get to talking. Right now, Facebook Reels launched a program in 2022 that is paying people out up to $35,000 a month based on the views of their qualifying reels. Meaning, right now, if you created content on TikTok or you find content that is already going viral, you can be the person that does the liberty of literally taking that piece of content and heading over to Facebook Reels, as not a lot of people use Facebook, though it's funny because when you look at Facebook Reels, that platform specifically as Facebook regarding traffic, they actually get the most. Most people think it's TikTok or YouTube, but to my surprise, right now, Facebook traffic-wise on a day-to-day, because of the international aspect of it, it actually has the most day-to-day traffic. So with that being said, all you got to do literally is start maybe copy pasting some of the content and adding your little spin, different soundtrack, different voiceover, whatever. But again, up to $35,000 could be yours. And I looked at Instagram here, very similar to, again, TikTok and YouTube. So that would be number 6 for today. And now let's move on to number 7, freelancing. And it's not freelancing in the sense that you're going to go in there and showcase your biggest skill set. Instead, we're going to talk about freelancing, leveraging artificial intelligence. I've made a long list of videos for you all to probably go back and view if you'd like. They're all over the channel on ways that we can use AI, specifically ChatGPT or Pictory, and create content, even if you're not really the biggest expert in that field. So with that being said, I've made videos regarding writing blogs, literally without really doing much of the writing yourself, or things like offering thumbnail design services, copywriting. The list goes on, but freelancing is a pretty hot topic. And if you're really good at diving into a specific niche and sharing your skill set with the world, you'd be surprised to the amount of revenue you can start racking up by giving people those services that you can offer. So if you're not necessarily a writer or someone who can critique, or so if you're not even a person that edits writing, or you're looking to, proofread, ChatGPT can do those things for you. And there's also applications like Grammarly you can utilize to make people's work a little bit better, especially those individuals that are more international, not just here in the United States. So that'd be number 7. And now we'll go on to the final side hustle of the video, and that is tutoring. Chegg right now is offering people $37,000 to $65,000 on average for monthly salary to tutor individuals on their platform. I think Chegg made the realization that right now we are undergoing the big AI revolution. And with that being said, there is a slight scare that AI might replace any type of tutoring. And in addition to that, it actually might start replacing basically Chegg's entire job. And that is helping with quizzes, helping with, homework, that kind of thing, because now people are just asking ChatGPT for assistance as one of the AI fronts. So with that being said, if we kind of scroll down and look at some of the things that are listed in terms of some of the job descriptions or online positions, you could see $16 an hour in the United States, K through 12. You could see a lot of these different tutoring positions that are open through Chegg internships as well as externships, and just available online. So with that being said, if you're somebody that has any type of knowledge in any subject, so for me as a pharmacist, I know some of the things that I had decent grades in or really did like when I was a student are subjects like chemistry, organic chemistry, biology, even zoology to an extent. So with that being said, there are students who are really having trouble going through these courses and going through the coursework, as they might not be a chemistry major, but it's a prerequisite for whatever they're trying to pursue. So with that being said, that's when you and I would come in and assist that student to pass that class and hopefully go on to pursue their dreams. And again, that wraps up today's video of 8 side hustles to start thinking about in ways to supplement your income in 2023. I do hope these videos are helping you at least spark some ideas. And remember, the most important thing here is not about watching the video and just learning about these different side hustles, but instead also going out there and trying them yourself. Even if it's just one, don't get overwhelmed and try them all. One at a time, find the one that best fits your schedule and resonates the most with your skill set, and see where it goes. I do appreciate your support as always. So thank you all so much for tuning in. That's all I had for you guys today. And until next time, everybody, as always, take care.